Herzlich willkommen zurück zu meinem neuen Part. Letztens hatten wir einen sehr langen Part, weil ich hatte was vor und musste mich fertig machen eigentlich. Aber dann wurde das so um eine halbe Stunde verschoben. Da dachte ich mir, toll, habe ich mir umsonst Stress gemacht. Aber egal.
Hey there, got time for a little chat?
I do, but don't you kind of have a lot going on right now? Oh, I should probably be using your title now, shouldn't I? Since you're a king and all, your majesty.
Call me whatever you want. I'm still the same Claude.
I was shocked when I heard you were going to be the king of Leicester. I never imagined you'd be able to unify the alliance and make it all official.
Hey, it was your idea. Don't tell me you forgot.
Oh, right, the thing. The thing I definitely remember. That...
Are you sure? You're not filling me with confidence in your memory here. You said that the Alliance should get rid of the roundtable system so we could act more decisively.
Oh yeah, I did say that. But I didn't expect you to remake the whole alliance as a federation, whatever that is.
Alliance, Federation, they're the same thing with different names. I just established something new to get rid of the old system.
Huh, I guess it makes sense when you put it that way.
You're a strange one, you know that? I find myself actually wanting to open up to you. It's probably because you don't seem to have any strings attached. Makes it easy to talk to you.
Yeah, I'm just a wandering mercenary. All my life, I've never had many relationships to speak of.
Right. You were taken in pretty young, weren't you?
Yeah, I don't remember any of it, but that's what my mom told me.
The lady who raised you. What kind of person was she?
How do I put it? It was like she could do anything. She taught me all sorts of stuff. We lived in a small village deep in the mountains. It was a humble life, and I didn't interact much with the other villagers. Then one day, my mom suddenly got sick and passed away, and I was booted out of the village. I had to use everything she taught me just to stay alive after that.
So, you were left to face the world all alone after they kicked you out, huh?
The whole time, yeah. I became a mercenary, but the groups I joined didn't last for long, so I ended up drifting from one place to the next. And that's how I ended up like this, completely untethered.
I see. You know, I think I understand you a little better now.
Though I suppose I can't say for certain that I don't have any connections.
You mean your power?
Yeah, I still have no idea what it actually is, or who my real parents are.
Just remember that no matter what you find out, it won't change who you are. Just like how becoming a king hasn't changed who I am.
Sonst keine Gespräche? Doch, nicht hier in Mariana.
As I told you before, I do not have a crest.
Why do you insist on hiding it? It can only mean your crest is somehow...
Please stop. What's going on here? Lysithea. What were you saying about crests? Go on. I study them every day without fail, so this is extremely relevant to my interests. I do hope you have proof of your theory, though. Spewing out unfounded platitudes will just lead to consequences you definitely don't want. I might not look it, but I'm a general in this army.
Ah, well. We were just finishing our conversation. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Thank you, Lysithea. Think nothing of it. I stepped in of my own accord. appear to hold a secret or two regarding crests. Well... No need to answer. We all have things we prefer to keep hidden. Still, your situation hits rather close to home for me. Perhaps too close. What? So if you ever need assistance, don't hesitate to ask. We secret keepers need to hold strong with each other after all. Oh, and I'm not saying this because I pity you. But you clearly find your secret painful. In light of this, maybe I've been a bit too harsh on you in the past.
Oh no, you haven't been harsh at all. I'm merely envious of how strong and level-headed you always appear to be. I never would have guessed you hold a closely guarded secret just as I do.
I'm not gonna tell you, if that's what you're after.
Yes, I suspected as much. Still, perhaps you would be willing to hear mine one day? I feel like being around you gives me the courage to finally set it free.
I would be happy to hear you out, and also to help rectify the situation if possible. I know quite a bit about Crest's scholarship. That fool talking to you earlier couldn't hold a candle to me.
Thank you, Lysithea. I already feel a little bit braver.
I'm offering you the full might of my assistance. I hope you can do better than a little.
I mean a lot. I know I'm going to feel a lot braver.
Okay. Ich weiß ja, was du für ein Wappen hast. Ich glaube, das ist von dem Beast, oder wie es heißt. Das Beast-Siegel, Wappen, whatever. Ich glaube, ich kann auch einige Personen jetzt mal weiterentwickeln, also weiterentwickeln, eine Stufe erweitert hochkriegen. Ich mache aber gerade die Sachen, die links stehen, erstmal.
Supplies are the lifeblood of any army. Everything has its use.
Ich verstehe es auch nicht, wenn ich diese Sachen einsetze oder so. Denke mir so, was? Ich soll auch noch mit Claude sprechen. Ja, mache ich ja noch.
Well, how'd it go? Any result's a good result.
Allow me to assist with any matters regarding the facilities. Let me know if I may be of further
Ich bin dann
service.
jetzt mit Claude.
One step at a time.
Kampfvorschläge. Okay, das ist neu. Mir fehlen 2 Blitze.
I've got it.
Öffnet allen Gästen die Speisekarte, um die Moral zu verbessern. Verzichte beim Kochen auf Zutaten. Rufe einen Händler in der Nähe herbei und verkauft überflüssige Waren. Weitere Betriebe auf Medizin und Verletzten verordnet zu sein. Instinktkampfbesitz.
Will this work? I'll try.
One step at a time. How's that?
Ich finde das aber auch wichtig.
Speaking of, how's that?
Absolutely.
I'm counting on you.
Gehen wir mal zum Trainingsplatz. Ich bin da ein bisschen durcheinander jetzt, aber... Ich glaube hier. Ja.
Training can be the difference between victory and defeat.
Könnten Schwertmeister werden. Oder ein Dunkelmagier. Oder ein Hexer, aber Dunkelmagier bin ich derzeit und zum Dunkelbischof brauche ich noch ein bisschen. Claude ist derzeit Scharfschütze, wird aber zum Streppenflieger oder zu einem Weindort. Aber ich glaube eher zu einem Streppenflieger. Weil, ja, wie soll ich sagen, er war ja vorhin ein Weinmeister. Hilda wird wahrscheinlich eine Weinlady. Ich sehe sonst keine Erweiterung so. Lorenz wahrscheinlich zum Erzritter würde ich auch noch sagen, aber kann er nicht. Also ein heiliger Ritter wahrscheinlich. Ja, er ist ja ein Faustkämpfer, Ringer und dann Kriegsmeister. Ignaz. Wahrscheinlich zum Scharfschützen, dann zum Bogenritter. Ist die Hexerin, müsste man sagen. Ja, und wird dann zu einer wie Kreomori. Ja, Marianne ist halt eine Priesterin oder eine Bischöfin, wird auch zu einer Kreomori, wo ich mir ein bisschen so denke. Sie ist derzeit eine Rittermeisterin, wird zu einer Falkenritterin. Holst ist ein Schwertmeister. Wird dann zum Totenpriester. Okay, Bernadetta ist eine Schützin. Könnte eine Scharfschützin werden und dann zu einer Bogenritterin. Petra ist eine Assassine. Passt zu ihr. Ihr müsst jetzt auch schon noch ein Ringer. Zum Ringer werden. Shamir ist eine Scharfschützin. Sehr gut. Petra. Heute schon hin.
Hey,
I have.
get
I bet this. Not the.
I'm
Time to work you into shape.
Ich kann immer noch nie. Was ist mit dir los, Bernadetta, ey? Nee, aber trainieren. Hier. Trainieren. Er hat's erzählt, das ist ja schon mal gut. Noch einmal, komm.
I think it's
Not gonna. I've got.
not the
I work.
Time to work you into shape.
Kein Wunder, dass Bernadette so schwach ist. Na, ist nicht böse, aber ernsthaft. Come on. Du bist
I just wanna go home.
jung. Ja. Dann musst du es eigentlich auch schaffen. Bald mal jetzt noch zum Ringen, weil er muss sich auch mal weiterentwickeln. Ich finde es aber schon sehr krass.
Well, this is different.
Dass wir so wenige haben und fast schon die höchste Klasse erreicht haben, wo ich wieder so, Ich will kein Schwertmeister sein, ich will ein Dunkelbischof sein, wenn. Oder? Ja, ich finde Bischof, dunkler Bischof ist eher wieder Magie als Heilung. Also Bischof haben ja was mit für mich der Heilung zu tun. Aber gehen wir jetzt erstmal eine Strategie durchsetzen. Wo geht es jetzt hin? Es sind mehrere Gebiete gewesen, habe ich auf jeden Fall letztens noch gesehen.
Oh, hold.
Our king has agreed to
Claude's
Yes, and you'll be joining us. You're the only reliable bodyguard we could find on such short notice.
Okay.
Einfach nur
It's
super
good to see you
Zötter.
again, Claude. Congratulations on your coronation as the first king of the Leicester Federation.
What's this? The Empire has officially recognized our Federation? Why, Edelgard, I'm touched. But I did have my heart set on an apology. You launched an unprovoked attack against us after all.
Attack? The Empire merely responded to an invitation from Viscount Acheron of House Phlegethon. Alas, fortune turned against him at the Great Bridge of Murden, and he perished in the battle. As a result, we did garrison our army in Gloucester territory for a brief time, but I would hardly call that an unprovoked attack.
And dead men tell no tales, right? Although I'll grant you that he sold us out to the Empire.
Whatever transpired, the Empire and the Alliance did end up at war with one another. And I do not deny that the Imperial Army caused harm within Alliance territory. We are prepared to offer appropriate restitution for that.
That works. We'll take tangible resources over insincere apologies any day. We can hash out the definition of appropriate later. Want to move on to the real reason we're here?
Yes, by all means. I trust you read my letter? The Central Church must be eliminated before Fodlan can be reborn. Your help would go a long way towards accomplishing that.
Oh, I read it all right. And from a personal standpoint, it's something I can get behind. But as the leader of the Federation, I can't say the same. You can't expect the people of Leicester to embrace this Southern Church that you've dredged up out of nowhere.
I must take issue with that assertion. The Southern Church has a long and storied history in Fodlan.
Nonsense. You hastily resurrected some dusty old sect and appointed the Empire's own Minister of Religious Affairs as its bishop. Do you honestly expect us to acknowledge such an obvious sham?
None of us will shed any tears if you do not. Nor did we truly expect that you would.
We do not care where the Federation places its faith, so long as it is not in the Central Church.
So all you're looking for is a little cooperation in taking them down? And I assume the Kingdom's on your hit list too, since they've given them sanctuary.
I understand the Federation faces challenges of its own. Surely you would prefer a quick return to stability at your borders with the Empire?
Oh? I'd like to hear a little more about these challenges you think we have, but maybe now isn't the best time.
Claude, we want stability. The decision is yours to make. Knowing you, I am certain you will carefully consider the costs and benefits, rather than let emotions dictate your decision.
All right, I'm in. Holst, do you feel satisfied with those terms?
Everything looks good to me. I'm especially glad we found a solution to the control of Murden.
Hubert, I trust you have no objections?
None, Your Majesty. All that remains is the placement of your seals.
Then let us conclude our discussions for now, and go inform the world that Adrestia and Leicester have joined forces for a brighter...
Sounds like a plan to me. I, Claude von Regan, King of the Leicester Federation, hereby swear this pact.
So ein schönes Besuch. Händchen halten.
Leicester pledges to work in harmony with the Adrestian Empire and do everything in its power to secure a peaceful future for Fodlan.
By the covenant between the red blood and the white sword that crowns the double-headed eagle, I, Edelgard von Hresfeld, hereby swear this pact. Adrestia pledges to work hand in hand with the Leicester Federation to deliver peace to the land and secure a future for all its people.
The pact is sealed.
And now it is our job to uphold it.
I'm sure you noticed how Edelgard wouldn't even deign to acknowledge your existence. How empty does it make you feel to witness history marching forward without any say in which direction it takes?
I never wanted to be the one making history. That's too big a role for a humble mercenary. That said, I don't know about this. The kingdom and the church are suddenly our enemies now? Is everyone really just gonna get on board with that?
Das ist wieder einer unterwegs. Und bequeme Wahrheit. Mach die Nebenquest mal. Bin mal gespannt, was jetzt kommt. Wir sind jetzt schon bei 22 Minuten. Ich hoffe, der geht nicht so lang.
Victor reporting, Your Excellency.
Yes, come in.
Greetings, Your Excellency.
I think you're supposed to say, forgive my intrusion.
Right, yes. Forgive me, Your Excellency.
Listen, Ignatz, I may have a title now, but you and I are still friends as we have always been. All this formality is starting to make my skin crawl. Please, just treat me the same as ever you have.
Oh, right. Of course. Anyway, what do you need?
You've no doubt heard about the bandits who appeared in Gloucester, yes? The ones who were supposedly former mercenaries.
They've been around for a while, right?
Yes. My men have been searching for their base for some time now, and I believe they have finally located it. I took the opportunity to look into the provenance of these bandits anew. It seems they were indeed a mercenary band. For some reason, they have abandoned the sellsword life and fallen into banditry.
But why would they do that?
I do not know. I attempted to discuss it with my father, but his only concern at present is finding me a proper spouse. When I ask, he evades me and changes the subject.
Yes. That's quite the conundrum.
Regardless, I cannot ignore these bandits, especially if my father had something to do with them. Thusly, I have decided to deal with them myself, and I was hoping you might join me.
Of course. I'm a knight of House Gloucester, after all.
Good. Oh, and as it would be a rather tall order for the two of us to take on a gang of brigands alone, I have called in some additional support.
Hey, Lawrence. I came as soon as I could.
Just once, I wish one of my acquaintances could split the difference between absurd formality and dire nonchalance. I am a...
Wait, so are we not friends because you're a count?
No, what I meant to say is...
Look, enough with the titles. I'm a busy man, so let's get moving already.
I will have you know, a noble is nothing without their... Oh, never mind. I asked you here because I need your help dealing with bandits in my territory.
That's it? Well, sure. I'm happy to help.
That was easy. I suppose it does indeed pay to have some true friends in one's corner.
Sure does. Besides,
have you ever considered not... Also, these are not some run-of-the-mill ruffians, but rather highly trained former mercenaries.
Right, the old mercenary to bandit career path.
They have some connection to my father as well.
Hey, I'm just the muscle. If you need information, you'll have to get it yourself.
So long as you fight well, that should suffice. Now then, we should be off. With my son, we will depart as soon as you are ready.
I'll take my payment in meat, please.
I shall tell the kitchen to prepare a ham.
Ich muss ganz ehrlich sagen, ich bin nicht sehr motiviert zu kämpfen, weil ich kämpfe immer mit, wo ich mir mal jemand anderes erhofft hätte. Weil ich kann mich nicht auswechseln, die anderen auch nicht, weil es eine Nebenquest ist. Aber ich werde dann wahrscheinlich nur Lorenz, Ignaz und Raphael kämpfen lassen. Ich bin dabei, bin anwesend und ich bin der einzigste Magier. Ich kann das machen und mehr auch mache ich nicht.
So, not to be a jerk, but when you stand up and scream your name like that, it prevents us from launching any kind of sneak attack.
House Gloucester has no need of such dishonest trickery. If our foes are asleep, we kick out their pillow before the battle begins. Firstly, let us deal with the bandits outside the base.
Oh, das ging jetzt aber flott. Ups.
I shall not permit you to wreak any more havoc within my borders.
Ich muss gerade reinschalten, sorry. Ups. Eieiei. Was ist denn hier los? Sind doch hier irgendwo eine Einheit, da war die Einheit. Eine stark rote Einheit angeblich. Seitlich von mir. Naja. Will ich jetzt nicht dazu sagen. Ist ja ein Assassiner als ein Dieb, finde ich. Sieht so aus auf jeden Fall. Schon wieder. Was ist mit dir los, Lorenz?
Do not coddle me. I am more than capable of holding my own against this pack of curs.
Was das zwar weiß ich gerade nicht, aber war cool.
Now that I think of it, we're near the place where Claude's grandfather met his end, aren't we?
Indeed. I think you are correct. Could this group perchance have some connection to that most unfortunate Good, but not enough. Incident.
Alright, here I go!
My turn. None shall surpass. I'll take your spot.
Irgendwie dort.
former mercenary, yes? Pray point out everyone you recognize. You do realize that not every mercenary knows each other, right? My turn at last. That is enough for the soldiers outside. Let us proceed to attacking the base. The good name of Lawrence.
Boah, Lorenz war aber richtig hart gerade rein, muss man sagen, bis jetzt.
Subjects no longer.
Monster. Let's get out of here before we get beaten to a pulp
Da
again.
lang, ja.
If we let these folks go, they'll just cause more trouble somewhere else. Let's track them down.
Das ist hier schon die erste, die wir aufhalten müssen.
My mother and father died not too far from here. That was a long time ago now.
Das muss ich jetzt übernehmen, weil ich hab's jetzt nur grob mitgekriegt. Wir haben die falsche Richtung.
With the old Duke Regan and got attacked by monsters.
Ja, ich bin schon dran. Ah.
They got away.
Ich weiß aber nicht, mein Charakter stand da natürlich auch, aber hat nichts gemacht, wo ich mir denke so, hä? Mach doch was.
If we let these folks go, they'll just cause more trouble somewhere else. Let's track them down. Not yet. No! I can still fight. Not yet.
Do you know who I am? You should be ashamed.
Keep your eyes on me.
My mother and father died not too far from here. That was a long time ago now.
Wohl
They
von
were
da.
merchants, yes?
Yeah. They were traveling with
Nein,
the
er
old
läuft
Duke
dahin.
Regan and
Scheiße.
got attacked by monsters.
Wenn ich nicht aufhalten kann, so schnell, wie schnell der läuft. Ja, wie soll ich denn 3 Truppen aufhalten, wenn ich nur... Ja, wie soll ich die denn so aufhalten? Jetzt mal ganz ernsthaft.
If we let these folks go, they'll just cause more trouble somewhere else. Let's
Ich kann
track
mit
'em down.
Ignaz da in die Richtung laufen. Oder wir können alle da in die Mitte gehen, schon mal. Das würde mindestens ein bisschen was bringen. Und ich gehe schon mal in die Richtung. Ich weiß von wo er kommt. Dann kann ich da schon mal ihn aufhalten.
My mother and father died not too far from here. That was a long time ago now.
Die können ihn aufhalten. Aber ich kann den da nicht aufhalten. Der ist schon so
They
nah.
were traveling with the old Duke Regan and
Der
got
ist
attacked by
da.
monsters.
Der ist jetzt da und jetzt haben wir verloren.
No, they got away.
Mann.
If we let these folks go, they'll just cause more trouble somewhere else. Let's track them down.
Einer geht da in die Richtung und das ist Ignaz. Er geht da.
Alright, here I go.
Du läufst in die Richtung. Das ist dein Job. Es ist eine Frau, die versucht. Ja, das lassen wir nicht zu.
Take a breather.
Bleib schön da, wo du bist. Wir können sie alle irgendwie aufhalten. Ist auch gut so.
My mother and father died not too far from here. That was a long time ago now.
They were merchants, yes?
My turn at last.
Yeah. They were traveling with the old Duke Regan and got attacked by monsters.
I'll take your spot.
During the period when my father employed these mercenaries, monster attacks were a rather common occurrence in this region.
What do you think of this?
Ich finde seinen Angriff halt
These
kreativ.
monsters took the lives of both the former Duke Regan
Aber einer
and
ist noch
Raphael's
irgendwo hier.
parents.
Und der läuft weg.
Alright, that should be all.
Ich bin in die Richtung geschossen.
Let's cut around back.
There's something strange about the
Wo
enemy's
gerade er natürlich wegläuft, ist die nächstliegende Position. Da laufe ich jetzt aber auch hin dann.
Pay attention, Lawrence. If you keep staring off into space, some bandit's gonna run up and conk you on the head.
Yes, of course. I must focus on the battle at hand.
Ja, wie sollen wir da hinkommen so schnell? Jetzt mal ganz ehrlich.
No, they got away.
Nee, jetzt habe ich keinen Bock mehr, ganz ehrlich. Darauf habe ich jetzt keine Lust mehr, weil das, nö. Nö, das ist eine dumme Nebenquest, die mache ich nicht mehr. Weil, wie sollen wir da hinkommen? Und ich mache nichts, das geht automatisch nach... Hier. Ich drücke nach da. Gehen wir da drauf. Ah, jetzt bewegt sich auf einmal nicht mehr. Wenn ich jetzt ganz leicht nach da gehe, immer noch nicht. Nee. Auf jeden Fall egal. Wir machen jetzt den nächsten Part. Nördliches Starfell-Gebiet. Und ich sage danke fürs Zuschauen und tschüss, bis nächstes Mal. Bye bye. Man sieht sich.